Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Vikings going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. For the 78th time, Thanksgiving Day football has come to Detroit, and we're underway from Ford Field. On the return now, here's Keyshawn Martin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former Miami Hurricane, and that's Brad Kaya.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Kaya, first down. Dumps it off for Asiata. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw on second down is Kaya, and this is incomplete. And we look now at the Lions offense.
Amir Abdullah has the ability to power the Detroit running game. Strong and compact. He's quick to and through holes and has the speed to go a long way once he hits the secondary. And in addition, can catch the ball well out of the backfield.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Kaya. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. The former Oklahoma Sooner will be leading the charge in his 8th season now under center Sam Bradford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the ball.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable 3rd down receiver.
Third and long for Bradford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Throwing, Bradford, over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Let's take a look at the veteran strongman, Haloti Ngata. This guy has been used in his career up and down the line of scrimmage. Now settling a little bit more as a base defensive tackle, maybe even a nose. Hard for people to move. Takes on 2, sometimes 3 blocks in any given down. And guess what? That frees up other people to make tackles.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bradford. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Let's take a good strong look at Linval Joseph, the defensive tackle. I'm telling you, the spotlight you need for him has to be large because he holds down the middle of the defensive line as well as anyone in the league. What I loved about him, the offseason, took a trip with the Vikings tour. Is it to Iceland?
Iceland, yeah, that's right.
To connect with the Viking heritage. Skol, Linval.
Here's Kaya now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Kaya. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different long night.
He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play action. It's Kaya. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So we're through a quarter here on Thanksgiving Day. 3-0 is our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
All right, here we go.
Again, Kaya. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
First down, Kaya. And this one's incomplete. Keyshawn Martin's the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. A gain of 11 and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Haloti Ngata continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tahir Whitehead in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, what a juke into space. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Complete to Abradaris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 2.
Now a first down throw for Kaya. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Asiata. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And again, it's Asiata on the ground. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, Kaya. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bradford. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Murray. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 24-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Martin, the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Lions now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
2nd and 10. Here's Kaya again. The left side completion to Jones. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go.
Kai on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, here's Kaya. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Ossiana there out of the backfield. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long, it's Kaya. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Lions are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Vikings just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. Defense will get to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. First and 10. Jones is wide open here on the catch, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The lead grows to 4. Down to early in the second. Nada's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third and long. Robison's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Detroit for the second half.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Kerry Hyder, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The play fake to Murray. Now it's Bradford. It's brought in by Floyd. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Murray. And now running right through it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They go with Murray again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And Murray's still down. Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fights through him. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's go.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Kaya. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Kaya. Abradaris with it over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff to Abdullah. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Abdullah. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Amir Abdullah that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. There we go with 2nd and 7. Bradford going with a screen for Murray. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So Sam Bradford forced to leave this ball game, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go. Way Navy.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Encroachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Abdullah. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got some space here. A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks move. Fresh set of downs here.
Get ready. White 90.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. That'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.